This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6 to verse 8, and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. Matthew 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And this is the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 1, and he reads to the Holy Scriptures. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Ezekiel 38 and 3. And thus saith the Lord Yahweh thy power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Ezekiel 38 and 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed for all sorts of armor, even a great company, with buckler and shields, all of them handling swords. Ezekiel 38 and 6. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them all of them with shield and helmet. Ezekiel 38 and 6. And it reads, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togobor of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee. Ezekiel 38 and 7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to you Akim out there.
While the world waits for Ukraine's counteroffensive, Russia is rattling its nuclear sabers once again. Sensing the urgency of the situation, the United States is also speeding up delivery on the Abrams tanks it promised Ukraine. On Tuesday morning, Dmitry Medvedev, a Putin ally and the former president and prime minister of Russia, said the world is sick and on the verge of a new world war. He added the risks of a nuclear confrontation were also rising. It's not the first time Putin or his allies threatened to use nukes in Ukraine, and likely will not be the last. The fighting in Ukraine is still centered around the city of Bakhmut. Russia tried for months and failed to take the city. Russia's inability to make significant battlefield gains is also reportedly causing infighting between Russian soldiers and mercenaries from the Wagner Group. Ukraine's military said it observed a group of Russian troops exchanging fire with Wagner mercs in a shootout in Luhansk. Russians firing on and killing other Russians is becoming a recurring theme in this war. Russian civilians are also at risk of friendly fire. On April 20th, a Russian jet bombed an apartment building in the Russian city of Belgorod. Authorities reported 2 women were injured. Meanwhile, the Ukrainians obviously are not going to announce the official start of their counteroffensive. There are indicators, however, which could be used to decipher the timing. For starters, it needs to stop raining first. Ukraine's mud season is very real and makes maneuvering heavy vehicles like tanks difficult. Things typically dry out after May 1st in Ukraine. Also, if the classified Discord documents are to be believed, Ukraine's air defenses were set to run out of ammunition by the end of May. Ground attacks tend to go better if troops have air support. And lastly, the U.S. and other NATO allies are speeding up and increasing aid deliveries. Even the 31 Abrams tanks the U.S. promised Ukraine, which were originally supposed to take a year to get there, will now be in country by fall. That's too late for the counteroffensive, but could be just in time to reinforce any new positions Ukraine may occupy at that time. Originally, the U.S. said it did not have enough Abrams tanks in its stockpiles to send Ukraine, so it would have to build new ones. But apparently there were enough Abrams in storage after all, so the U.S. will refurbish the promised tanks instead. General Mark Milley said the Abrams is not a silver bullet, but he has no doubt the greatest tank in the world will have a dramatic impact on the battlefield. Poland is so confident in the Abrams ability, it ordered more than 360 Abrams tanks from the U.S., and as other European countries look to replenish the tanks they sent to Ukraine, it's likely even more Abrams will be deployed to strengthen NATO's eastern flank. Seeing an opportunity, Poland's prime minister said he wants to establish an Abrams service center in his country to maintain battle readiness for all the Abrams in Europe. We have plenty of unbiased, straight-fact reporting about the war in Ukraine at straightarrownews.com.
Thanks for watching. Straight Arrow News is on a mission to bring you unbiased, fact-based reporting. One way we do that is with our Media Miss tool, which shows you the stories the left and right media are underreporting. Join us at straightarrownews.com.